Welcome guys to the start of a new Let's Play, a continuation of the Trails of Cold Steel series as we now undertake its sequels while we go through our Trails season of just enjoying games by Nihon Falcom on the channel. There's not much to say to give an intro to this, because if you've been following the Let's Play so far, the climactic end of the last kind of chapter to the story bring us to somewhere we don't know. Rean has been sent off, mech and all, to the furthest regions of an Erebonia, about to break into war. Civil war by the look of things, war with other nations maybe. Many factions are at play, Ouroboros and more, with the crazy reveals of who sits where. Is that all the twists and turns we expect? I don't think it is. So let's begin a new game with Rean separated from his Class VII classmates. A new whole adventure stands before us. We will load up and get our bonuses for the previous playthrough. So based on Rean's level, the following bonuses received. All separate times 100, attack 1 and Zeram powder. Based on level as well, you could have used by DLC Shining Pum stuff, or I'm guessing these rewards were originally there for people who did New Game Pluses, rather than play the PS4 remaster, which is of course what we're doing. And receiving a golden emblem for reaching student rank A0. So with that said and with that done, sit back, relax. For a long time, live commentated Twitch Let's Play. The Trails of Cold Steel 2. Let's begin.
I was bewildered. I was impatient. I felt overwhelming disappointment with myself and anger at my own weaknesses.
Thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
On my first day with Class VII, I was sitting in a room full of strangers. Now I know I'm standing among friends.
But even with that, I've got no regrets about coming to Thor's. None at all.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough.
But getting to know you two showed me that there are nobles who live up to that name.
You just keep reminding me how unlike a noble you truly are.
Before I came to the academy, I was a Jaeger.
But I'm confident Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer. I can't believe it! My very first class trip! We're gonna have the best time!
You deserve the chance to earn that legacy you were talking about. To leave a light for those who'll come after.
So brilliant was my time at the academy that those feelings consumed my every thought, my every waking moment. The time I spent with my classmates was something that, in so many ways, changed me. From the strict yet kind instructors who diligently taught us, to the people we met as we traveled across the country. The time spent with them, my memories of them, were like a truly radiant light. And somewhere, a part of me thought that radiance would continue shining for ages to come. But all it took was a single bullet to bring everything crashing down.
Go finish your speech in hell.
That bullet sparked a fire which grew and grew before our eyes, evolving into a great flame that smothered our light in an instant.
Well played, Armbrust.
There were no exceptions, be it those seemingly never-ending days or anything else I'd come to treasure.
Resound, resound, O voice everlasting! Rend night's silent veil and reveal unto all the beautiful world!
Everything was reduced to ash.
But at the end of the day, I'm C. That's the real deal. The crow Armbrust you've known all this time, he isn't real. He never was.
Back then, I still didn't understand. I didn't know the pure bliss that comes from being with others, nor did I know the ache that comes from parting with them. I didn't understand what it meant to truly love someone. All I could do was endure the torment of my own sense of powerlessness and bottle up the feelings I could do nothing about. All while trying desperately to fight against that ever-burning flame. Where am I? How did I get here? I feel like I was fighting, and then... Am I dreaming?
Of course not. So you've finally woken up.
You're...
And I wish it were, but this is no dream. This is reality. Cold, cruel reality. And you're going to need to hurry up and accept that because you haven't got time to waste. His core's been damaged, which means he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So you're going to need to protect yourself, Ashen Awakener.
So begins the Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. Right from where we left off, or not, because it's been a month.
Ashen Awakener? What are you talking about? Wait. What's going on here anyway? What is that thing? Wait, never mind that. What are you?
Ugh, knock it off. How am I supposed to answer anything when you keep bombarding me with question after question? You're a chosen one. Chosen by a fragment of the ancient great power.
Great power?
That's right. Those fragments were the origin of the great knights that appear in Erebonian legends. At times, they protected people from harm and disaster, while at others, they were the cause of harm and disaster themselves. And the being in front of you is one of them, a divine knight known as the Ashen Knight.
The Ashen Knight? Valimar? Wait. I remember when I called him.
You got it. You've known that name for a while by now. But he's not the only divine knight that's active. The noble faction has one under their control too. That one is known as the Azure Knight, or Dean. Remember? That's the one you fought and lost against.
Why? Why did it come to this? Why did everyone... Crow?
He had me fooled too. How could I have known that irresponsible playboy was the Azure Knight's Awakener? He's obviously had plenty of experience piloting it too. He must be pretty dedicated to his cause, whatever it is.
Hey, get up! You can hear me, right? Take me back to Trista! Take me back to my classmates!
You're wasting your time. His core was heavily damaged in the battle with the Azure Knight. Didn't I just tell you that? And despite that, he strained himself flying all the way out here afterwards. Even when he was barely hanging on, he prioritized your recovery over his own. You exhausted yourself during your first synchronization with him, you know.
Damn it! This must be somewhere in the Isengard range, on the northern side of the Nortia province.
Huh. I'm surprised you were able to work that out just from a glance. I guess that's what happens when you're raised in the mountain. Hey, where are you going?
Don't mind Rean, just toddling off. So controls that we know from the previous game, unless anything else has been added, that is. And we can save via the system menu. About the notebook. The main notebook allows you to read a summary of the story thus far, while the help notebook contains information on how to play the game. You can access both by pressing the touchpad or by choosing the notes section in the camp menu, then flipping through the various tabs, as usual. You can also confirm your current objective by pressing the square button to access the navigation screen. Tell me again. Descend the Isengard range, eh?
My stuff's gotta be around here somewhere. I can sense monsters nearby too. I'm gonna need to be careful.
Well, that looks like my stuff in the corner. Rean found his equipment. This looks like all my gear. Good thing I managed to find everything. I better set the master quartz in my orb too. Right then, set the master quartz into Rean's Arcus. Quartz can be set in the ordnance section of the camp menu. Orbments. We all know about orbments, the battle orbment, the Arcus, which allows us to link attack and the quartz that are going into them. And we've got master quartz as well. Force is one, which seems to have been nerfed a little bit, maybe? There are several varieties of quartz that can be used with the Arcus Orbments. Alright, we know all about the different types, but it's more about just kind of getting them. Because at this point in the game, you'd expect us to randomly now have absolutely nothing. Yes, CP plus 3 per enemy killed. Well, it was a bit OP before, that's for sure. Maybe leveling up even further will get me to OP levels where I'm just constantly getting CP after CP per kill. But we also have these little lines next to our quartz slots now, so they obviously can be upgraded in this game. Also have an attack 1, so let's just put it in the red slot. Strength plus 15 there, stat boost. Nothing much more better than that. And it seems we've lost literally all the crazy good quartz that we had in the previous game. Sad times. NR and SR too. That's an interesting category thing. Was that there before? I don't remember that. And of course we've got our carryover bonus on top of that, the golden emblem. HP 1000, EP plus 100, strength plus 10, defense plus 10, ATS plus 10, ADF plus 10. A golden emblem rewards the one who has achieved great things. But we'll try to achieve that again. This time round. Nothing else to equip. Nothing else kind of keeps going on. Our weapon is a significant downgrade to what we had. After all, we had Ymirian ore. And well, what do you expect? The game has to reset at times. And also looks like a tough one. But a tough foe's just what I need to get warmed up. Okay, encounter type. You can press the X button to attack enemies on the field, which we can usually do. Anything changed here? Triple advantage, double advantage. It's the same advantage. Standard enemy advantage. You never want to be surprise attack. If my level is significantly higher than an enemy, I can destroy them with a field attack, can I? As well, I think was said at the bottom. Did we ever manage to do that before? Well, let's not let my cat be caught. I think on tough monster like that should be just what I need to warm up. Probably better off doing that before moving on. Well, I was trying to get it in the back attack here. But it doesn't look like you can back attack this thing. Oh, maybe you can.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Well, starting with a 0 us, are we? Active combatants each take action on their turn. After doing so, the ally or enemy below them on the battle order bar takes their turn. Our turn bonuses are set for a 0 us currently. Anything you've been added?
Here I go.
Didn't seem like it. We're only being allowed to attack at this point, though. Select the attack command will display that character's movement and attack ranges. Attack range and movement range. And more. Well, if you only allow me to attack, then I guess I better go with it. Annoyingly, a monster is being given a crit coming up here. By dealing and receiving damage, you will gain CP craft points. You can use these points to perform crafts.
Let's move.
Well, now we've been given our menu here. Seems like using anything will get me into the critical turn, so let's quickly scan. Yeah. Gotta check for battle scopes and all that, right? An arthropod monster with a hard shell. The needle attached to its tail is deadly but not venomous.
My turn.
Weak to water. Don't really have it. Let's use the critical to take that guy out. Leaving me with only one opponent is the best way of doing things. When attack misses, the target will counterattack if the attacker is in range. Good boy Rean being a bit dodgy there.
That's that. CP. Let's keep moving.
I managed to come out of the fight unscathed, even if putting on the attachment to give me that extra HP made it look a little bit different, like I'd been beaten up a bit. Not bad. Monster advantage shouldn't be a problem if you can keep that up. No, I can do better. I need to hurry up and get back in fighting form. Hey! Pay attention to the kitty. It's cute, if not mysterious and leading us into trouble. You can now view the monster guide. The monster guide automatically records information on monsters you fought, serving as a valuable reference. Information is recorded gradually, and unlocking all of the monster specifics will require you to keep attacking it or use certain arts, items, and crafts. Which, to be honest, I've always had a good thing of using, well, not battle scope really, but detector to figure out what an enemy has and get their full stats, rather than fighting them over time. It's become a habit now. You can now view the active voice record. The active voice record lists the last 50 active voice lines heard, allowing you to reread them or listen to them again.
I wonder what's going on over at the academy now.
Hey, slow down a minute.
Well, only one way to find out.
Stop ignoring Celine. She knows things, you know.
Keep going this way. I should be able to get out of the canyon.
Excuse me! You can't seriously be thinking of leaving him there out in the open, are you? Hey, say something. Are you mad at me or something?
Why would I be? You only completely disregarded and overruled my decision.
What else was I supposed to do? If we hadn't flown away when we did, you'd be dead by now. We probably would have lost Valimar too. If anything, you should be thanking me.
Forget it. Right now, I want to focus on finding the others. If I keep going this way, I should end up on the highway at some point.
Sorry, but that's a huge waste of time. It's been over a month since all of that stuff happened back in Trista.
A month? You can't be serious. There's no way it's been that long.
Oh sure, don't believe me. Like I said, you completely exhausted yourself during your first synchronization with the Ashen Knight. And I do mean completely. There was a real chance you could have died.
What?
It's a miracle you're able to walk around like this a mere month later, and it's all thanks to him. He used what little mana he had left to heal you rather than himself. And just so you know, I've been here this whole time, watching over you. So I really don't think I deserve all of this animosity I'm getting from you.
This can't be. It's been a whole month since what happened near Trista. But then, what happened to the others?
Hey, wait a... Oh, for heaven's sake!
Listen to Celine! You can expand the minimap by pressing the options button to check out place to view the area's topography. We're fine with that. But really, Rean should listen to Celine. At the moment, he's incredibly small picture, where it felt like the rest of his classmates were very much big picture early on. I don't think that one will be easy to cut down with my sword. Might be better off using arts. I'll take it under advisement.
Now's our chance. Let's get him!
Just about managed to get a double advantage on that one. Arts can be used by setting a course of master course into an ornament. Arts require time to cast and consume EP when used. Especially effective against enemies with high evasion or resistance to physical attacks indeed. Support arts can be used as well. So elemental efficacy is explained on this tab, but we know how it is. The one with the biggest number we should be attacking with. However, if we're only going to have fire at the moment because we have our force quartz equipped, let's lower the playing field of our enemies a little bit before I try to get a scan on anyone.
My turn.
Definitely better be using spells, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, Rolling Stone. A rock monster formed from closely gathered minerals. Sometimes rolls down cliffs and attacks climbers.
My turn.
It's a good thing if we get rid then, right? Oh, the Zero Art's coming up. We're going to manage to fall right onto that, I feel.
Yeah.
We didn't kill it straight away. We got burned with the fireball. Wasn't expecting that. And we're not really getting any Sepith mass, so our monetary supply is going to be a bit low for the start of this by the look of things. Alright, heal point will make me look less haggard than I was before, that's for sure. What's an Ornament charging station doing out here? Well, whatever. This would be a good point to return to if I need to recharge. Ornament charging stations like this are found in particularly dangerous areas. Inspecting it by pressing the X button and choosing rest will allow you to recover HP and EP. Sometimes it allows us to make course too. Oh. I've got that extra Sepith from the carryover bonus. It'd be a good time to fill out our Arcus, but no. Of course, they don't really want you to at this point in time, do they?
You could really try calming down a little, you know. You could at least respond.
Now I'm being the sad, sulky type, am I? Oh, no one's here to tell me what a beautiful treasure chest this is. I'll take a tier. Just bang it in at the moment, so I've got a spell heal now. That one looks really powerful. Still, I can't let something like this throw me off. I need to hurry and get back up to speed. The stronger the better. We can now use the S-Craft Azure Flame Splash. Okay, so we've still got our upgrade from that. At the moment, I'm of course trying to get behind him for the preemptive.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Do we need to use Azure's Flame Slash on this? Okay, status efficacy. We understand how that works. So even though it shows us 200s in that example, it's not like we ever encountered much that was better. In fact, lately we've just been finding loads of things that don't work for everything. Anything you've been added to the debuff board? Think if you use Deathload Nightmare, it's all the same there. Burn Free Sleep, cool. Delay, Vanish. A Balance Down, Link Break. Stat down Insights. All looks the same apart from Stealth. Enemies won't target the imbued, and attacks crafts will deal critical damage. From stealth? Or on a stealth target? Obviously, probably from stealth.
Here I go.
Right, you're going to want me to use... I thought you wanted me to use my special stuff, but no, you're going to get me to randomly attack the guy normally?
Yeah!
Let's get a battle scope on this turn then. An avian monster that makes its nest in high mountains freezes prey of its breath to take it to its nest. Right, S-Craft, you allow me to use it after the first turn. They're powerful combat techniques that consume all of your CP. At least 100 CP is required to use an S-Craft. The strength is boosted if you use it 200 CP, which we do not have the luxury of at this point in time. So, I'm use our ability straight off the bat, right? That's what you're trying to get me to do, to finish off a target straight away.
Gather on my blade.
I'd rather have kept all my CP, thank you.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
But I guess that is a way to dispatch your pack nice and fast. And Rean's only level 40 as well. What did we finish at? Like 67, 68? So he's weakened. Now that wraps that up, I feel like I've gotten the hang of fighting again. I just need to focus on getting down this mountain as fast as I can. Wait! So he's weakened on more than one aspect here. He's lost his cores, lost his gear to a certain extent, and on top of that, he is literally weaker than he was at the end of the last game. A lot lower level.
Hey. Hey.
I'm really sorry, but speak to the cat. When there's a talking cat, I feel like you should at least respond.
Enemies in sight. Ready to go?
Well, that's a lot of bad men. Bad guys. Let's use a battle scope to get the 0 arts. A new enemy, the stealth frog. A frog monster uses giant dead leaves as camouflage to conceal itself.
Let's move.
Alright, well, any 0 arts, that's just gonna go straight on this turn, so that's all good.
Here I go.
Do I have enough now? Right. No. I do not have enough to do what I wish to do out of everything. So let's finish off first target.
My turn.
We'll light that CP up by ourselves, but this guy is using something. And now I have enough. Right, our crafts have had their delay values tuned by the look of it. So delay values down on leaf cutting. The motivate, I thought that was 4 turns before rather than 3. Arc slash has definitely had a delay down, I think. I think our delay was like plus 30. I'm not even sure anymore. Gale has changed as well. Its seal percentage is the same, actually, I think. But it's now a set ability. Flame Impact has lost 20% off its burn and faint. Well, that's a shame. However, if I could do this, why not? Didn't kill anything, though. Any seals? That's a shame. Didn't seal that froggy, so some kind of powerful attack's gonna hit us. Lullaby wave. Oh, don't put me to sleep. That's gonna be terrible.
There. I need to make up for lost time.
And it seems Rean has a little bit of a deeper voice on certain abilities now. On next target, if you're going to chase me, I do wonder if Celine gets hit. Do I get into a battle at this point? Always go for preemptive. Just one.
Let's move.
I get Sepid Strike as well, so that's not too bad. And I imagine I can get 3 hacks off before the guy even gets to reply.
Here I go.
Oh, what? I was about to say, it's a nice CP generator we've got going there, but...
I need to hurry and find the others.
I do want more CP at the moment. What's up with Celine? Right, Tiro Bomb found in the chest. Okay, next corner. More enemies. Be nice if I get level 41 anytime soon. And one thing I can do is I can just top myself up as I run along. Keep myself up to that perfect amount.
I'd asked this before and didn't get an answer. Probably because I was bombarding you with question after question, but better late than never, I guess. Just what are you anyway? Why do you know so much about everything? And don't even think of saying you're just an ordinary cat, because last time I tried talking to a cat, it did not talk back.
Oopsie. Totally forgot about that, didn't I? I'm what you'd call a familiar. I faithfully serve the witches of the Hexen clan and aid them in fulfilling their duties.
Witches? As in the witches in Erebonian legend? First the great knight legend turns out to be based on a true story, now this? I feel like I've stepped into a fairy tale.
Well, you know what they say, truth is stranger than fiction. Whether you believe me or not is up to you. I'm not going to try and convince you.
Well, I've got no real reason to doubt you at this point. So, do you serve Emma then? Rather, does that mean she's a witch?
She's still a novice, but she is a witch, yes. My job's more to keep an eye on her, though.
We did always get the sense that there was more to Emma than meets the eye. Guess we were right. But her being a witch? It surprised surprising. But then again, the more I think about it, the more it makes perfect sense.
What's with the goofy grin?
Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, let's get going.
It's not like Rean didn't know that stuff already. I'd seen enough about Emma. Emma was our main star of all our curiosity during the first game, after all. Emma's where the story lies. It's one way of looking at it. Run away! Come on, Leaf Frog, turn around so I can slash you in your butt. This is our tradition.
Enemies in sight. Ready to go?
Right, quite a lot all gathered up in one area means that's perfect for a set gale now.
Second form, gale!
Actually managed to kill 2 off that.
Here I go.
Not bad when you think about it, because now I've got enough time to get every last hit. And I'll take a sepid buff going with it. So close to level 41, it was unreal. But there's a monster further up the path, so I should be able to get my level. Just as long as I can sneak in there.
Sight. Ready to go?
My turn.
Okay, Celine, nice for you to pop in there.
Here I go.
Well, it's dead no matter what at this point.
I need to make up for lost time.
Burn or just randomly acting. Level 41 is reached for Rean. You really do. So that's how they're doing it. He's injured, he's still trying to heal, that's why his level's been lowered. It's not a bad way to put things through. So Proxy Puppet, I'll just put that on. If I get KO'd, I will spring that up. Oh, what? There's combos now. Was there always a second strike on that attack? I only remember there being one. Well, now you can just keep hacking and slashing away at something, can you? That's cool. Like, give me some minerals. You learn something new every day.
Enemies in sight. Ready to go?
Only like 15 billion enemies yet again. I do wonder if I could get a flame impact beautifully there so I could do everything. One enemy went down.
My turn.
Do I just follow up with another gale because that? Oh no, I don't need to. I can take my time with these guys.
Let's move.
They've all been sealed.
Here I go.
Oh, what? We can't counter.
Let's move. I need to make up for lost time.
I think I do get less experience for that than if I galed. I don't mind. That just worked out perfectly with status debuffs on pretty much everyone in our path. I'll take it.
I hope everyone at the Academy's safe and sound. Not to mention Elise, Princess Alphen, and Prince Oliver, too.
Tear down the world if they harm the hair on Prince Oliver's head. Celestial Balm there. Not that I can really use it on anyone to revive them, but still. You do need to take a deep breath, but now I'm going into battle.
Let's move.
Why'd you have to talk about it then?
Let's move. Sit. Let's move. I need to hurry and find the others.
This is stressful.
I've been looking over Rean most of the time. Any main character would be stressful indeed. So about those voice lines. So it was...
I need to take a deep breath and keep calm. I can start figuring things out once I get a little farther down.
About time.
Always catch it if we miss it. It's a nice little actual feature when you think about it. Had a good use for it this time. I didn't want to miss the talking.
Get out of my way!
The guy was right there. I couldn't just say no.
My turn. Second form. Gale!
2 down.
My turn.
Perfect for us to just finish up again.
Here I go.
Get a bit more CP back.
Sit. I need to hurry and find the others.
Enough Sepith mass for a whole 390. Well, let's rest and recharge. which makes us worry about what's to come. Especially when you see it essentially in arena, right like this.
Could it be?
I knew it! I've been here before. Master Ka-Fi brought me here as part of my training.
That's the name of your former instructor, right?
Yeah. He was the founder of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School of Swordsmanship that I follow. His full name's Master Yun Ka-Fi, though most just know him as the Sword Hermit.
Man, when was the last time I came here? Must have been, I don't know, 5 years ago. In fact, if I remember right, my hometown of Ymir is only a few hours away.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. Wanna head there? We might be able to get there by sundown.
If we hurry, yeah? As soon as we get to Ymir, I want to try and gather information on what's been going on. What was that? It feels like it's coming closer!
It couldn't be.
Magic Knight Ortheim approaches.
It's a Magic Knight!
You know what that thing is?
They're magic golems made during the Dark Ages, and they're incredibly strong. Damn it, what's one doing here? Ugh, we need to get out of here, now! You don't stand a chance against it on your own.
Maybe not. But that's not going to stop me from trying.
You idiot! You're still recovering! You don't stand a chance!
We'll see about that. All I know is that it's standing between me and everyone I care about. So if getting to them means taking this thing on, so be it!
Unbelievable.
New battle music all around, eh?
Here I go.
Alright, Mr. Knight. I've got one more battle scope for you.
Huh.
I'll sit up in my chair. It's serious business time now. Magical golem from the Dark Ages that awoke from some unknown cause possesses great power. Pretty much weak to nothing. If we want to get a stats effect on him, it doesn't look like it's happening. No spell weakness. Can be unbalanced, but then we've got no one to link with. So it's just going to be a straight out slugfest by the look of things. I think my zero arts will do more damage than my physical.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to get full healed, more or less.
My turn.
Not close enough for a counter, but if we're going to start off, we should start off by buffing.
All right, let's do this. Let's move.
All right, one attack. Ha! See how much damage you do. Okay, definitely going to be doing a physical slugfest then. The more I can dodge, the better.
My turn. Sit.
Alright, so we got a critical coming up. That's going to land for me by the look of it.
Here I go.
Let's use another Motivate, because that will buff me up to my strongest point. A double buff. But only 3 turns. That means 2 turns attack. 1 turn we whack.
My turn.
I don't even know how we put it. Alright, let's go. Now that we've got the points for it, or should I try to play for the other critical? Double strength. So playing slash critical. We're really lucky we'd get a burn. Nasty HP heal to just take that from me. Okay, he's got a critical coming up. I should be able to tear myself into that crit.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to lose my double buff, though. I don't think that's enough to motivate with after all.
Sit.
So we lost that for doing the big attack. Seems like getting double buff would be ideal. Alright, so 0 arts for heal coming up, so I should take that. Before I try to buff myself up a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's purely a slugfest.
Here I go.
You know what? I'll heal myself again. I know it's a 7 buff strike, but that's going to put me on a critical. That puts the board in my favor. I guess even though I wish to motivate, what I will do is attack normally. That's about the same attack damage as if I had a motivate on to begin with. But it is securing that he doesn't get the criticals. Which is definitely something that appeals to me, let's put it that way. So an EP up coming up on the board. So if I use a heal here again, I'll take that. Basically a free heal plus a bit. Have to start motivating again. Let's build up my power.
Let's move.
We'll play it nice, slowly.
Right, let's do
Hold
this.
up. I gave you the EP heal now. To be honest, maybe I could take that.
Move.
Not even kidding.
Marcus, activate.
Top HP, nearly EP full. One attack followed by another motivate will do me good.
Here I go. Let's move. All right, let's do this.
Settle into our attack pattern, bit by bit by bit. Right, some more things appearing on the board that we might want to steal in the future. Oh.
My attacks are barely putting a dent into it. We're so close to Ymir too.
I told you this would happen. Get back!
Celine! I can't lose. Not here. Not without seeing everyone again. Emma!
Not today, buddy!
Are those arcs?
Yeah, where?
See you later. Cross Crusade!
Are we safe?
Who did that? Rean! Rean!
Whew! Made it without a second to spare. Good to see you're still in one piece.
I'm so glad we hurried. I don't want to even imagine what could have happened if we weren't in time. You aren't hurt, are you?
Your Highness? And Toval? And...
Rean, stay right there! Please, tell me you're all right. You look so exhausted. Who's she?
Elise? It's really you. I feel like I'm dreaming. I never would have expected you to come all the way out here.
Rean, please! There's no need to speak right now. Save your strength. We'll take you back to Ymir just as soon as we've seen to your injuries.
I'm just so glad you're all right. But how did you know I was here?
Well, that was a full crumple. Glad he didn't fall on his blade.
As my consciousness began to fade, I heard a distinct voice resound at the back of my mind. A voice with all the gravity of steel, and yet a strange sense of familiarity, of warmth. And as I listened, I could feel myself being beckoned towards the wheel of fortune.
Dost thou desire the power?
And so we move forward at A. Have I been ferried to Ymir?
Where am I now? Celine, this looks just like my room. I knew it. I'm back in Ymir. I'm finally back home. My memories are kind of hazy now, but I think that means everything that happened in the mountains.
Why'd it get so cold all of a sudden? Oh, you finally woke up?
Yeah, just a second ago. How about you? Feeling better after a cat nap?
I guess. I slept more than I meant to, actually. You're awake.
Elise! Good morning. Actually, it's probably closer to noon now, isn't it? Elise?
Oh, I'm so happy that you're awake. You don't know how scared I was. There was all that chaos in the capital, and then we lost all contact with you. We had no idea where you were. I'm just so relieved.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for worrying you so much, Elise.
No, you don't need to apologize. I knew that somewhere out there you were all right, and that you'd come back safe. Welcome home, Rean.
It's good to be back. And thanks.
I see our two little lovebirds are as Twitter-pated as ever. Pardon? Good morning, Rean. And to you as well, Elise.
Hey there. Just swinging by to see how you're holding up.
You're here too, Your Highness? I'm really not dreaming then.
Oh, you're so silly, Rean. I would have thought the warmth of your dear sister pressed against your chest was proof enough of that. Your Highness, please!
Well, I'm just glad you're up. How are you feeling? Still sore? You've been fast asleep since we brought you back here yesterday.
I don't have any serious injuries, at least. But I doubt I'd be able to say that if you hadn't come when you did. Thanks, Toval.
I suppose I owe you my thanks, too. That art of yours didn't come a moment too soon.
You're both very welcome. I just didn't want to give these two young ladies anything to cry about.
Aww.
I see you're finally up.
Dad! Mom!
Hello, Rean. It's wonderful to see you back home.
I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost is getting you something to eat. We can discuss what to do from here on out after that.
It's been a month now since that so-called Noble Alliance occupied Heimdall. At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances, but the majority of their forces have already been defeated. I had a feeling that would be the case. If nothing else, at least you two are safe. We were at St. Astraea when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. It was only thanks to Toval appearing and rescuing us that we're sitting here now. What were you doing there, Toval? I'd got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. I never turned down a personal request from Prince Oliver, you know. Prince Oliver asked you? Well, that explains it. He kindly escorted us out of the capital, successfully evading the Noble Alliance's attempts to pursue us, and roughly 10 days later we were able to reach Ymir. I'm just so glad that you made it here safely. Unfortunately, it appears His Majesty the Emperor and Crown Prince Cedric fell into the Alliance's hands. The official story is that both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they're both rumored to be safe. However, Prince Oliver's whereabouts currently remain unknown. There's not even a confirmation that he's safe somewhere? That's more than a little worrying. You needn't be so concerned. I'm sure he's perfectly well. He made it through the chaos in Liberl last year unharmed, as you know. He's always been a resilient one. As for Cedric, father and mother, I'd like to believe they're alright too. I'm sure they are, Your Highness. I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone, but if you don't mind me interjecting. Rean, I imagine you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Fours. Luckily for you, we've managed to get some info on that front. Please tell me everything you know. What's happening over at the Academy? Is everyone alright? I don't think this will come as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Four's military academy are completely under the Noble Alliance forces' control now. They were both taken over not long after the war began. No. Rean, no matter how much I thought about it, I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors? Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There are rumors that they resisted being occupied as long as they could, but not much more than that. Try not to let concern get the best of you. It's too early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm with Lord Schwarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors would even suggest the opposite. What rumors? Word has it that a number of students and staff are unaccounted for, and the Noble Alliance is still trying to find them. Then that means I suddenly managed to escape. Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken down easily. The odds sound pretty good if you ask me. What say you? What else can I say? I would have to agree. Celine? I couldn't tell you where she is right now, but Emma's still alive, that's guaranteed. You can tell. I'm a familiar, so we've got a link of some kind between us. If anything were to happen to her, trust me, I'd know about it. All I know is that she's alive, though, nothing else. How peculiar. Anyway, there's no point assuming the worst when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. So try keeping the faith, alright? Think of it this way, they're probably just as worried about you as you are for them. And yet here you are, safe and sound. You've got a point, actually. Safe and sound you may very well be, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take this chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength. And while you're here, why not go pay everyone a visit? The whole village has been eagerly awaiting your recovery. That's true. I think they'd all be delighted to see you. And if you'd like, I'd be happy to accompany you. Thanks for the concern, Elise, but I'll be fine on my own. Honest. That sounds like a good idea, Mum. I think I'll do just that. And so begins the prologue. The depths of despair. There's only one way out of a depth. And that's undepthing? Sure. It looks like Elise and Princess Alphin have already gone out. Like Mum said, it might not be a bad idea to follow suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and collect myself a bit. Not until I check out my own house first. Event markers. Occasionally we'll see event markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place there. Our key events are in red. Our green events, which are really the key events when you think about it, are in green. Because I want quest events. Ymir's town map can now be accessed by pressing the square button. The town map allows you to confirm the present location of both important characters and objectives. And most importantly, usually warp, but not so much this time. So at the footbath, we've got a certain cat. But I'm guessing towards the mansion, we've got 2 red dots here. So who have we got around? In the kitchen, we have Mum. Wow, that smells delicious. Wait a sec, is that pheasant stew? Your very favourite. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself. Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. And ever since Her Highness arrived, it's been so lively, I feel like I've gained a second daughter. Times like these are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? You really are the perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't see that ever changing. If only I were half as good a son as you are a mum. Mum? Is something wrong? That's not true at all. When I had no idea what was going on with you and your sister, I worried myself sick. At times, it felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mum! Whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're our son. If you're ever feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you've found the strength to keep going, you can pick things back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mum. I actually feel a lot better now. Well, look forward to dinner tonight, and make sure you work up a good appetite for it, alright? No worries there. When all's said and done, I'm just happy that you've come back to me, and I'm certainly not alone. Many of your villagers came to check on you and brought gifts too. And I have plenty of new ingredients to work with. Hope you're ready for a hearty meal, Rean. Good mum is good. Wholesome mum is wholesome. Wholesome meal coming my way as well, by the sound of it. Alright, where's the arrow marker? Over here. Hello, sir. All the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means that Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little's changed. A nice snowfall's the only real difference compared to my last visit. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright on that front? Well, I never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always a chance they'll try and invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned that I can't get in touch with Viscount Arcade, however. You can? Did something happen over in Legram? Or maybe even the Courageous? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but it's Viscount Arce we're talking about. He'll be fine. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we're well prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden that one person can bear. Do you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Kafai's words, not mine, but they get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think it or not, this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure. Thanks, Dad. Good dad, too? I haven't been able to contact Master Kafai either, but he's never been one to concern himself with worldly affairs. I doubt there's any trouble. Just focus on yourself for the time being. I will do. You're a hunter, are you? A gunman? Will we ever have to see you wield those weapons? There's your bedroom then. You sleep separate? Is that for comfort? Some people do, you know. Alright, this would be very much my room. Sword and all. Is that sword better than the sword I'm currently using, or is that my sword that I've laid down there? And this would be Elisa's room, because it's usually good to bustle into your little sister's room without, you know, asking or announcing, isn't it? The living room. Looks big enough for everyone. Well, I'm guessing certain people are staying elsewhere after all. Hey, doggo! I'm home, but being welcomed back by you really makes me feel like I'm home again. Serene's a dog person, is he? Well, now he's got a cat, and he has to deal. It's a Schwartz's family stable. He's now got a cat, and I'm super happy about that. Nice snowmen don't have a clue who this one's all after all. Right then. Let's keep on speaking as we go around town. Because we want to explore it. We want to explore every building, but considering this is right in front of us as we come out the Schwartz mansion, we'll check out the rest bit by bit. We want to check out the shop factory, to be honest.
Oh, here you are, Elise. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something the matter?
Nope, not a thing.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse? That better not have been who I think it is.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you! She could've...
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
You're sorry? You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask. It's okay, really. And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did, and Elise didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
Well, it seems we've super got inferiority complex Rean. You can now view the character tab in your notebook. Naturally, this section allows you to view details on various people you meet throughout the story. As you view specific events and get to know someone on a more personal level, the information you've learned will be added to their section of the notebook. Just in case you need to know or judge someone's character, I guess. I'm not sure what you have to apologize for, especially after what you've done for Rean, but regardless, please do tell me if I can do anything to make your time here more pleasant. You don't need to go out of your way for me, really. It's kind of entertaining to watch her squirm from all of Elise's attention. I brought you some sardines too. Master Kafai gave them to us last time he was here, so I'd hate to see them go to waste. Master Kafai, a cat person too? It's the last thing I need. You sure you don't want to have some fun around town? Come on, you're having steamed milk next to a nice hot sauce. Do wonder if you like being steamed though as a cat. Wet water isn't exactly your thing. We've got a railway station in here, it seems like. But for now, with a shop over here and more people to check out, we end it for our first episode of Trails of Cold Steel 2. Join me next time as we'll be exploring the lovely town of Rean's upbringing and seeing where the story takes us further. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys around for more. Bye-bye.